What's happening, guys? BHbrewing here. It's been a little while since I put a posting, so I kind of broke the thing that I was going to try to get one out a week, but oh well, I'll keep trying. So down in the basement, I'm going to do a little bit of an upgrade. The sink that I had down here worked okay for what I was doing, but it's not what I want. I want a bigger one, so I ended up getting online, was looking, and they're pretty expensive, so I went to Craigslist, which is what I ended up finding the one I wanted, and I only had to pay 20 bucks. So let me show you what we're going to be doing over here. This is the original setup that I had. It's just a regular bar sink and the faucet, and not real happy with the way that these handles are, and I don't really like that the sink's not that big. So we're gonna switch it out, and I'm gonna upgrade it to this bad boy, so you can tell the definite difference. And then the controls will be off to the side here, and I'm gonna change out the faucet as well. And I bought this one, a buddy of mine actually picked it up for me months ago, and I never got to use it, so I'm gonna use it again, or I'm gonna finally use it, I mean. And this was a $100 faucet that we got for 40 bucks, and it's nice. It's all brushed nickel, and it'll look good on there. So the sink itself is a little bit dirty, but I'm going to take it upstairs and I'm going to clean it up. And I don't know if you guys used this stuff before, but Barkeepers is awesome, and you can use it on stainless steel, fiberglass, porcelain, glass cooktops. This will make this look brand new. So that's what I'm going to go do next, is get this all cleaned up and set. And then I've already made a template right here out of a piece of cardboard that's what I'll use to cut the countertop with. So first step is going to be getting the sink cleaned up, and then I'll cut it, and I'll do little videos here and there, but just kind of an update. There's the old sink out and laying on the floor. Here's the one I'm going to replace, all nice and clean and scrubbed up, looks brand new. And then there's the template that we used to cut out so I can make the line here that I traced on the countertop with a Sharpie, so you can see how much bigger that sink's going to be. You can see it from there, so that'll be good. And yeah, just reroute the plumbing and we should be set. So next step is to cut this with the jigsaw, and once it's cut out, then I'll do a test fit with this sink, and then we'll get her all mounted. Shouldn't take that long to get this in. Okay guys, so the next update on the sink. I just kept pushing through that night and just kept working away, and then it ended up getting later, and I just wanted to get it done. So here's what it looks like all set, all done. I'm happy with it. It's a lot bigger than the other one was. I got the adjustable neck here where I can move it wherever I want. Now I got a spray thing, and then I have the controls right in front of me this way now. So really happy with the way the sink turned out. Got everything back in place. I got me a drying mat now, so I can dry stuff there. And I got some more of these. I got some brown ones here that I'm going to use in the keezer build. So that's it right there. And I'm drinking on a beer that I got from the Bearded Brewer, and he sent me 4 of them, and I've already drank the other 3. So they were all very good. The Christmas stout was, I got a little ripped off that one. I got it I drank it as soon as I got home, and didn't eat dinner before that, and I got a little ripped. So that one was a little high in alcohol, and I looked at it, and it was 9 something, as well as this pumpkin one. Let me show you the color on this. And it's got great carbonation to it. So it's got like a ruby red color to it. And when he sent me all the beers, he sent them in these plastic bottles, and I've never had the beers in the plastic bottles, and I like this idea, not only for the shipping part of it. And here's the other three that I already cached. But they're nice and light. You don't have to worry about them breaking, and you can squeeze them and know if they're carbonated. So this beer right here is very tasty. It's like 9.5%, and it does not taste. It doesn't taste like it's 9.5. It's not hot. Doesn't have a real harsh alcohol flavor to it. It's got good spices to it. It's a very good pumpkin beer. Good job, Bearded Brewer. Cheers. So we'll just kind of wrap this one up here a little bit. I started working back on the keezer again, and I got the wood cut, and I got the collar cut, and I may do I'll do one little video clip at the end of this so you guys can check it out. But I haven't done any filming on it since I did it the last time, so I'm gonna start filming on it tomorrow, showing the pieces going together. I got the oak already cut. Not cut, I actually have it not cut in the sections, but it's I'll show you in the garage. So we're set there, and then I got all the 6 Perlix taps and all that, so we're set to go that way. And that's about it. So I'll run out to the garage, give you guys a view of that, and that should be the next thing. I wanted to have it done for the Super Bowl, but I don't think it'll be done, not stained and everything, but that's okay. Actually, for the Super Bowl, let me see if I got it down here. I do. Let me grab it here a minute. So for Christmas, my wife ended up getting me a really cool beer, and I don't know if any of you guys have had this before. If you have, comment on it, because I'm going to drink it on Sunday. But here it is. It is Eclipse, and it's an imperial stout, and this one was brewed with honey, and then it's been aged. I don't know if you can see right there, it's aged in oak barrels for 6 months, and they only do like one batch of these styles a year from what we looked up on the internet, and they only do 300 gallons. So I'm looking forward to trying this one, and that should be good. Oh yeah, speaking of big beers like that, I ended up brewing on last Monday. Not this past Monday, 2 Mondays ago. I did the barley wine, and I just woke up one day and said, hey, I'm gonna brew the barley wine, and I did 23.5 pounds of grain. And I ended up with a original starting gravity of 1.108, and I also added a pound of dextrose to get me up there a little bit. So it should finish out around 12.5. I'm going to move it from primary to secondary in probably 2 days, and then I'm going to let it sit in secondary for probably a couple weeks. And then I'm going to bottle all that into bombers and let it sit for a year, and try it around Christmas time, and then hold on some of the bottles and let it go the full year. So with that, I had some second runnings that ended up being a 1040, and I was like, yeah, we'll just make kind of a different style beer. So it was a barley wine recipe, but it's going to be kind of a hoppy sucker, because I took 2.5 gallons at a 1040. I did a little bit of Magnum hop at the beginning, and then I threw in a whole ounce of my Cascade homegrown hops. So we'll see. It shouldn't be too hoppy, but it should be hoppier than what the barley wine was calling for. So that I should have an update on too. I'm going to probably move it to a keg here in about a week. Actually, I'm not going to secondary it. I'm just going to move it right to the keg and cold crash it there and kind of discharge some of the sediment and all that when it's ready. So that's all we got going. I'll go ahead and wish you guys happy Homebrew Wednesday, and check out the last clip here at the end of the keezer, and we'll catch you later. All right, so here's an update on the keezer going. I went and got some really nice wood. This is poplar, and I had it cut down so it's really square, so it sits and seals really nice. It's not screwed together or glued anything yet, so it's all loose. Let me come back to the side here. Just kind of sitting on there. And then here is the oak that I bought. It's in a 10-foot section right now. But the oak is going to go around the side and the front and the side again. And the way that it will sit, because I want to hide this white seal, and I want it to look kind of fancy and not like a freezer. So it's about, let me get my hand in here. The wood will fit right here, and then I'm putting a trim piece above it and a trim piece below it. So I'm going to be just a little bit below the lip here and below here, and that'll all be nice flat oak, and then the tap handles will sit out of that. And then on the bottom, I'm going to build a separate stand to it, so that the keezer will sit elevated, not just sitting on the ground. It'll sit up. It's kind of hard to give you guys an image of this, but this is a 2x4 sitting crooked, just so I could paint the bottom of it, and it'll sit probably 4 or 5 inches higher than the ground. And then my drip trays, I'm going to build into the bottom here, into the frame itself. So I won't have anything on the front of it. It'll all be down towards the bottom. And then that's part of those brown mats that I ended up getting. But there's what the keezer's looking like so far. And we'll get the collar screwed together tomorrow. And then I'm going to paint that black. So when you open the inside of it, it'll look black like the freezer. You hopefully won't even know that it's wood. So that's about it. We'll talk to you guys soon.